The intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Thanks, guys. I did check in with Coach Summerall before the game.
He said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under Coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. With the catch, it's Mays. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Handoff for Ball. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down. To the 42. The Gators are flying down the field. The option, the keeper. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. Wilson open on the right side. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Off-play action. That's caught. It's Pryor. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the 2nd level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Stockton. Right on the money. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They'll go to the air on third and short. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Georgia sends out the punt team. High and away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. He's got the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Maybe some room here. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The run inside. It's Pryor. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second.
Just runs over another one. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
Here's a give the ball. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And here comes the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And they'll knock him down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. Way back close to his end zone as he makes the catch. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Pryor. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Rivalries are the lifeblood of college football, and here are a few of the things that make this one special. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ball. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down. The Gators send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Makes the grab. It's Humphreys. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Dogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Grab behind the line. It's Humphreys. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
To the air, it's Stockton. He tries to take the top off. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Got his man downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Frazier. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
On first down, Nate Frazier. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll run with Nate Frazier. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings, try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Tight end now in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And how about that linebacker? Seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then be able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain. That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single that was number one team you wanted to beat.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Defense. That stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Give to the running back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Georgia sends out the punt team. Gets it away and hammers it. You want to talk about flipping the field. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Motion from the back. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Gators will call on their punt team. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Out of the gun. The running back has it. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
30 short. They've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's second. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. From the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Gators will line up to punt it away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Georgia sideline, something I've got my eyes on is how the running back is moving and cutting. As you know, he did get really banged up in that game last week despite the win, and he's going to have to fight through some bumps and bruises here today. I've got my eyes on him, and I will keep you posted down here from the field. Back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the head.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Missouri taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Coming out of the locker room, Coach Kirby Smart told me they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's Stockton. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Snagged out of the air. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And that's a welcome sign for this offense, right? They haven't put drives together. Nice to see them execute on 3rd down. At the very least, man, give your defense a rest. They've been playing a lot. Too many punts for this offense. Nice to see them execute on 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Complete to the left. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Stockton. They're setting up the screen. Runs through a tackle. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. So on their first drive of this third quarter, they find themselves in a tie game after that last field goal. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Pryor. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Handoff for Ball. Ran through the contact.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beaten at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds, marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for room. It's Ball. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Just needs a crack to get a return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. To the air, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll move the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Phillips.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Those sloppy false start penalties can be drive killers. It's 2nd and 13. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Here comes the Heat. He's going to fire deep. It's caught. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. We We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking for a man, it's Stockton. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! They take the lead here in the fourth.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter, go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
And the Gators will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Here's the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Phillips. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. Georgia lining up to punt it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll send the tight end in motion. Running inside, it's Pryor. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Rides to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The Gators will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Makes the quick grab. Gets away from one. He's got space. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air, it's Stockton. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
I just love when running backs make those decisions, and when they get close to the sideline, some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit, but I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards, because it helps your offense on the next down.
Under fire! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Georgia sends out the punt team, and these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. The run inside. It's Pryor.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get 1st downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
That's caught. It's Mays. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Finds his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
They'll send the back in motion. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. At the 20. All the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Montgomery. Tackled at the 28, it's a pickup of 5. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in a passing game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabs it in the middle. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Backed up now here, 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on 3rd down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a 1st down.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Wide receiver comes in motion. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. Got it in the middle, it's Riley. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient.
Could be an alley. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.